When doing the group assignment for the Cambodia trip, I think it was really interesting seeing the way that when you put something into theory and then putting something in practice, it can be a totally different thing. By that I mean, when we looked at risk assessments, and working with if you hurt yourself or if anything else happened, and then putting into action is totally different. Like a first day when we were cutting all the bamboo and stripping all the bamboo, I mean, we were working with machetes and things like that. Like the degree of hurting yourself is just so different when you put it into practice. What was really crucial for us, I think, on the first of each day, is that Tim would sort of stop, sit us down, and give us the scope of work of what we had to do and what we were completing for that day. And I think that was really important, just to give us, end goals for the end of each day build. And I think that was really, really key in us finishing a little bit earlier throughout the day. So the general outline is we arrived, our precast footings were already in. I think two more had to go in, and then some of the boys helped them put them in place. First thing we worked on is the frame. So the contractor showed us how to do all them, and then putting the frame up was pretty rogue in the way that we literally just lifted it up and then got two pieces of timber and pretty much lined it up till it was straight. Then I guess we just kept stripping bamboo until that was pretty much done, considering that's what, the main part of the whole build really is, the flooring and all the walls. Once that was kind of started, we started on hammering in the bamboo floors. That seemed to take probably one of the longest times, and then we started on the walls on about day 3. They were done with just a grid system, and then with the palm leaves that have already been prepared for us, they were laid down, all going the same way, just so the water isn't going to get in. The bottom one going the opposite direction, just so there's no leakage. And then once it's flipped over, the exposed nails are there, and then you hammer another piece of bamboo on the other end, which was wild. I mean, talk about a massive risk on site. But hammered them in and then hammered them against the grain, secured that in place. On the third day, we had a shorter day because we went to the killing fields. And I think going there really drilled home for us what we're doing and how much it means to all of them to really be there, and just the things that the whole country in general has gone through. I mean, I think it was really important for us to see that, just to show what kind of impact we're making. I mean, it's pretty interesting to see, we're there for one day, but for 1 week, but what we've done for them can sort of change a huge part of their lives, which I think is really, really important for us and really drilled home what we were doing. Coming from an IPD background or an industrial design background, the things that I learned on the trip were so crucial. So, I mean, this wasn't just really sort of a volunteering experience for me, it was a learning experience with things that I had no idea what things were, how things were really supposed to come together. So doing all that, I think, really, really just drilled in what we were doing and the impact that we had on these people. I mean, on the last day, the beautiful grandmother that we were making the hut for, she stopped us, blessed all of us, and just thanked us so, so much for what we were doing. And it really drilled home how important all of it was. And I think doing it a day early, we as a group had a massive sense of accomplishment as well. Like, we really thought that we just worked together so well as a team and really, really gelled. So on that last day, we were able to go to the training centre and then start bricklaying, which felt really good. I guess we were starting on something new, and it was something that I had never, ever really done before. And I like the fact that we could sort of help on 2 different sites. So that was really, really rewarding and important for, I guess, our journey and our trip there. So I've just landed in this morning from travels after Cambodia trip, so I went to Vietnam. But putting all these photos together and putting it all together now, it really is just honed in how great the whole experience was. Doing the things we did, I just feel so great that I feel like we've given back in some way. Like I've said before, we were there for a week, but in a way we've sort of changed a huge part of their lives. It's made me learn things that I had no idea that I could even do and didn't know that I had an interest in. It's amazing that the things that those people have gone through and the whole country have gone through, and that it's still so raw and so fresh. So the fact that we could give back in such a way, I think, was really, really great to see. People I'd met on this trip, I will stay in contact with forever. I think we were so lucky with the people we got, and the experience that we had. My group in particular, I just want to thank them so much. Like, the whole trip was made because of them. And Tim, the most amazing supervisor we had there, hilarious guy, but so knowledgeable. Like, I came from an IPD background, as I said, and I had no idea really what I was doing in construction, but wasn't only telling, but what he was teaching, and I really, really appreciated that. So all up, just wanted to say a massive thank you for the whole experience and loved it so much.